So we're here in Vancouver, British Columbia for BC Superweek. It's 7 crits and 2 road races in 10 days, so action-packed week for sure. BC Superweek provides a really deep purse, so all the best teams in North America are here chasing that money. In these races, there's a bunch of the courses that are really suited to kind of the technical handling and the punch that, you know, guys like Anton and Evan and Benoit have. So it should be a competitive week, it should be a fun week. Really anything can happen here, and we're gonna take it as it comes, but you know, we're here to play.
We're at the Lander Criterium. Super excited to have Evan back with us. He raced with us in Arkansas, but we haven't seen him in a while.
I haven't been doing quite as much big races as these guys, so I think maybe I'm a little more excited. But it's pretty cool to be around the energy, and it's a really inclusive group, so you just kind of show up and everybody's giving hugs, and it's really nice.
I think Evan was up there at the end. Yeah, 2 pretty big crashes. Well, one was kind of smallish, but that one in the corner was big. And just frays your nerves a little bit more.
This crit is all about bumping bars in top 20, especially final laps. And if you're behind the swarm, you just can't. It swarms right into the corner, and you're either on your brakes or you have to smash bars. And for $50 for 10th place, I didn't want to risk it. But a lot of the time where real hitters go, when it gets hard, and it gets hard after the finish line.
My feeling is it's going to come down to a sprint. Silence wants to sprint, unless Marcotte's in it. National team, Rally definitely wants a sprint.
And you have to watch who's hitting it. If guys like some of the heavy hitters and that can sprint are going in there, you might want to follow that because that could stick.
Anton had a hell of a ride at Nationals, hanging in the final group there, the last kind of 20 guys that were left in the race in brutal conditions. So he's actually had a couple top 10s here over the years, and I think it could be a good day for him. This is definitely a course and the type of race that really suits him as a rider. So we're all in for Anton on this one.
Gaps to push through. I didn't jump soon enough. I ran out of space.
Oh man, did not go according to plan. Not at all.
I was cooked, got dropped, and that's the way it goes sometimes, right? Like you roll the dice and see what happens.
I was 50 meters past the line, but it looked like Anton came flying through for a top 10, which is fucking awesome. That's a huge result in a stacked field. So we knew he'd be competitive today, and he was there at the front all race and had a nice sprint at the end. So that's awesome for the team.
Cycling is one of those unique sports when you're in a group ride and you're driving it so hard, trying to drop your best friend and put a snot on his face.
I had no plans on racing. I got a bicycle at a garage sale and literally just started riding my bike, and at that point I became a cyclist.
Like when somebody finds cycling, they just enjoy the thrill of it. I think that's kind of the common denominator.
They either like the speed or they like the feeling of being free or being self-powered. I think everybody finds the rush.
The whole ambience and vibe of Super Week is just so exciting. I mean, you show up to the race, there's, you know, hundreds or thousands of spectators sometimes cheering you on. It's, I mean, I've never been to a gladiator arena, but I sort of get that vibe where, you know, it's gonna be really high intensity and anything can happen.
Yeah, this is a huge race. It's anybody who knows anything about crits knows that Gastown is madness. It's legendary for like the cobbles and how tight it is. You know, you put a cap on field sizes. That means that everybody's trying to put a whole bunch of guys in, so they have to cap teams at 6. That kind of tells you the level of what it is.
There's so many legends that raced it. Lance Armstrong won here before. So it has this crazy vibe. You race around the track and you just hear a wall of noise.
Really fired up. Really fun race last year. I love the crowds. So fast of a race. Everything's on the line. So much money to be taken home, and yeah, super excited, super pumped.
I think we got a pretty good shot at a result tonight, and I know it stoked the boys out, so just gonna be gunning for a top 10.
How'd you guys end up?
Maybe like 20 something.
I saw you move.
I got a preem. That's the big news of the night.
In the money. We could go to the party.
Yeah.
We could go pick up that check.
Now we're gonna go anyway. We're gonna need tonight. You finished the crit?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
We got a horse in the race. Got you guys up there, banging it out with the top guys. It's fucking awesome. British Columbia is some of the most scenic, beautiful landscapes in North America. Whenever we're in these situations, we like to try and get away from the bike a little bit and spend some time together, not think about the racing, just relax and try and mentally reset. So that's what we're out here doing today, a bit of hiking, taking in some of the views and spending time together.
Anybody who doesn't really like mixing up at the end, use your bullets earlier in the race to help Anton, I, and Trevor out. Just moving us up. If you've got some gas, if you've got some legs on the straightaway, just burn it. Be like, let's go, I'm going, I'm taking you to the front. Just even moving up 10 wheels on the hard sections, that's gonna save Anton's legs so that he can burn Trev later when it's really full gas and getting real sticky. And yeah, I think there's more opportunities to move through the field if you just find the right wheel and you snake through. Trevor, you were doing that last night. Let's burn in the wind when we need to, but let's use our pack handling skills and not just stick to the outsides and TTing around. Let's get froggy. Let's get gritty.
Yeah, buddy. I like it. Yeah.
bit of drama. There's one team who are just like yelling at each other for taking each other out. It's pretty funny. But yeah, there's so many crashes. Those corners down there, guys are pedaling through corners and clipping pedals while pedaling in the corner. I think it took a few laps for them to crash out and they sort of like settle down. But it was nerve-wracking.
Didn't have it today. I went pretty deep yesterday, and yeah, I just didn't have it. Tough course, like so many corners, and yeah, guys coming like everywhere. I had like 4 crashes just happen in front of me. Like, so happy not to crash, but yeah, happens.
Take it home, boys.
All right, let's go.
Racing provides me with like a freedom that I just can't find anywhere else. You never know how it's gonna go down. And I think that's one of the nicest things about cycling and why I continue to ride. Because not only is there no arena, even if I'm not racing, going for a training ride, I just hop out my door and boom, I'm cycling.
When you're in the bike race, it's so hot and the intensity is so high. It can be really aggressive, it can be really passionate, but going through those really emotional moments of discomfort or suffering or pain on the bike, you're doing it with your teammates and you're doing it with your friends, and that forges such a strong bond amongst all of us.
Cycling is like a bit of a medication. It's a great place to pour your extra energy, and I think the peaks and valleys of what I've gone through as a cyclist, they've all been pretty rewarding.
Now the challenge for us as Toronto Hustle is how do we transform those top 10s into podium results.
At the end of the race, we were riled up on adrenaline and like, oh, you see that guy rail the corners, guy crashed, and we're all sharing these stories. This is fun, we love it. That's what we do here. We just love racing our bikes and we get hooked on that adrenaline, I guess.